Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm going to be titling it Silver Let's Go because the markets have gone absolutely crazy. I'm not really a speculator. I have made a small speculation. It's paid a small amount. I've still got some money on the line. We shall see. I prefer my physical product, but let's kind of get into the video. Before I do talk about this, if you do like my content, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate it a lot. So yeah, what's been going on? Well, it turns out a lot of small, angry, pissed off people can move a market. And this is based around the Reddit theme or the subreddit that was Wall Street Bets. And they took on some of the big boys concerning a short squeeze where a few companies were naked short selling, and they managed to do a lot of damage to the big boys. I'm not going to get into that. I think there is some ideological people. I think there's some people who want to make a bit of profit, and I think there's people who are following the crowd. But yeah, GameStop investors battle moves on to the silver. So this is the BBC. The fact that it's gone into the BBC hasn't shocked me. It is quite a big story, and this can move markets. The silver price has moved, so it's just going through. Silver price hits 2013 prices in dollars, so it did breach $30 today. Word on the street is it will go a lot higher. I'm not sure. I've made a small bet upwards. It might bite me on the bottom. It might make me a bit of money. I'm not typically a day trader, and I will get into the reasons why at the end of the video. So yeah, looking at the price of silver, it's currently around the $30 mark. So what's been going on? So yeah, it goes back to the example of small time traders taking on big Wall Street funds in hope to profit. I think silver is a completely different beast compared to what they've taken on before. It's a far more complex market than just buying up a share. There's a lot of components, sorry, and there's not as much in terms of shorting. So it's going to take a lot of people to move this market. It doesn't mean it can't be moved in a certain way. Before I do kind of talk about more, I'm not telling you that you should speculate on this. I'm just trying to give you the story on it. So what's been said to stoke the speculation? So the price of silver is almost up 20% since Wednesday due to Reddit forums. Coin selling websites, they're now seeing unprecedented demand. I'll show you that in a second. So what's been happening is a lot of physicals being bought up. A lot of dealers are kind of taking stock off the market, are asking ridiculous prices. So one comment says, urge fellow traders to think about the gains in a widely circulated post. If you don't care about the gains, then think the banks like JP Morgan you'll be destroying along the way. It's probably not going to happen. It sounds like a classic pump and dump, but instead of it being by the powers to be, it's being orchestrated by a few ringleaders from Reddit and other social media platforms. That's okay. It's fair game. As long as the game is, in my mind, as long as the game is fair for all players, then it's okay. However, some Reddit expressed skepticism, with one saying that they had analysed comments and posts on the thread of Wall Street Silver and found that 80% came from accounts mostly created in the last 2 days. That doesn't really mean much. It really doesn't. It will move or it won't. So Hussein Saeed said it would be much harder to influence the price of silver. It will with it. There won't be the same amount of gains, if there is gains overall, than in terms of the other companies. It is harder because it's more complex. There's a lot more going on. For one thing, the total value of silver being traded is about 1.4 to 1.6 trillion, which is 1,000 times the total value of GameStop. There's also more stakeholders. A large portion of the silver market also exists off exchange, meaning it can't be bought and sold online easily. So this is kind of interesting. So Simon Jack, the business editor for the BBC. I don't really read the BBC much. I think it's too left-leaning these days. However, just to give you an alternate point of view to myself. So he says, I will see it going up and think the sky's the limit, and there's still plenty of time to profit. Some would hope to get in early and ride a bit before getting off the wave and letting it crash. and others think, I don't really care if I lose a few bucks. I'm sticking it to the man. Is the name of the game. Which I can understand that. There's a lot of angry, pissed off individuals, probably my age, give or take. When the banks asked for a bailout, I think they kind of felt a bit let down, and this is the perfect opportunity for them to kind of get back at them for this. Are the Wall Street giants on the ropes? Yes and no. So some are, some are not. So let's go into the price chart. So this is US dollars. See, it breached 30 and it didn't hold. So this is the price that needs to be held. In terms of, let's have a look. Week today. In terms of today, it's been all over the place. I see this is probably a key support. I actually think it needs to hold a minimum of this. Usually what happens is it's kind of a fight. I said to a friend of mine, the analogy is more like, do you remember those medieval films where they're trying to break the castle door down with a battering ram? So the door is like $30, and every time they use the battering ram, they take a swing at it in the hope that it will get through the door. And once it gets through the door, they can raid the castle and plunder their treasure. But every time they don't, it's like the castle has archers and they're taking more men out and the price is dropping down. It is a battle, and I don't know who's going to win in this battle. I do think that there's going to be big winners and losers in this. There's going to be small winners and losers as well. I prefer the physical market, and there is a disconnect between the paper price and the physical market price, and I will explain that. I'll try and speed it up. I know we're 7 minutes in. So let's look at Atkinson's bullion in terms of what they have. So I clicked on their silver earlier. See what they got. Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. A lot of stuff out of stock. A lot of stuff. So pick up some fillies if you want. Again, no, you're looking at 26 plus VAT, and that's going to cost you what? And that's not even for one. Look at that, 37 plus VAT for your single. You got to buy a substantial amount. In terms of spot, should be up in the corner, 21.20. They're £5 over a coin plus VAT on your 500. So what's happening is they're probably expecting the prices to go up. They're holding on to stock because they don't want to let it go cheap, because they know that it's going to be hard for them to replenish, and by the time they replenish, the price might have dropped. I'm not saying it will drop, but it might have dropped. So they're hedging their bets. You can see they now changed this. Dispatch may take 7 to 10 days. I've never seen it that long. I haven't religiously been on Atkinson's, mind you, but I've never seen it that long. It's usually 3 to 4 days. There's not a lot in these. £40, these rod ones, 20 ounces is 25 an ounce plus VAT. And these are your more collector's coins. Let's look at the silver bars. So view all silver bars. Out stock, out stock, out stock, out stock. You can get a kilo for $7.55 plus VAT. They want £920 for a kilo bar. It's madness. Crazy prices. So in terms of what that is per ounce, so 32.15, 28.60 an ounce. You know, that's 7 and 60 over. Not really much in. So let's have a look at charts, because they have a lot of stock in terms of reserves. Audible, don't have them. That's in Zurich. So it's going to cost you 26 and 35. You're £5 over for having your silver stored. That's crazy. That's madness. You know, 32. So you're going to find your collectible coins. Again, they've Audible 32 and 46. They're expecting the prices to go up. That is crazy. £8 and 18. divided by. So bear in mind, I've just sold 175 Brits, and I sold them for 625. They want 818 times 1.2, 981 quid for a tube. Crazy. These guys are expecting the price to move up. So they're hedging their bets, and if people pay it, it might trigger the prices to go up. You got to realize they got all the coins back in, and they don't know what the price is going to be. So they'll be on the phone to their supplier, and they'll be saying, well, what can I get it in for? And there's going to be jitters down the whole level of the market. Now, I did just sell 175 Brits. Was I wrong to? Well, in hindsight, yes, but I am a trader, so it doesn't really matter so much. As long as I can make the spread on the next time I buy, I'm not really too fast. Have I missed out on some nice profits? Had I held off for a bit? Sure, but I had to pay my tax bill, and that is what it is. So yeah, let's look at CMC. So this is a spread betting platform that I occasionally use. I didn't put a spread bet on this one. I put it on another one. I am actually slightly down due to where the market is. It's fighting over 29. You know, I've got stop losses and profit limits in there. I might make a loss, and if I do, that's okay. I'm not a great trader in terms of the paper market. I get too jittery. I make too many rash calls. That's why I don't really use it that much. And to put it in perspective, and you can see how fast it moves. You can see it by here. This is for today. This is the top of the market, and this was at the start of the day when the American market opened. I expect there's going to be high volatility until Friday. But in terms of what I can do with the paper market, or how often I use it, sorry. The last time I really made a spread bet with conviction was when Kim Jong-un was hell for leather on threatening the world with nuclear missiles. I did very well out of that. I think I made about £1,600 profit trading silver. But in all honesty, spread betting kind of scares me. You can make or lose money very quickly. To put it into perspective, today I've been anywhere from £350 up to £150 down, give or take. It's got wild swings, and I just don't have the nails for it. So I'm not promoting this type of trading. I'm just saying that the volatility is crazy at the moment due to what's going on. It's actually up 7.32%. I expect this to be up maybe 10% soon. Whether or not I make a profit on it is a completely different matter. So yeah, that's my rationale. I think there's going to be a lot of companies holding back stock or simply raising the pricing due to what's happening with silver. I think silver's going to breach the $30 mark. It doesn't mean I'm going to profit from it. It all depends if I get stopped out. And if I get stopped out, I'm going to be making a loss, which that's the way the cookie crumbles. And good luck to anyone who owns or is trading on it. You know, it's going to be a wild ride. And I think there's going to be small fortunes and that are going to be made and lost on this occasion. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's not really a helpful one. I just wanted to kind of break down what's been happening and why certain things happen with the dealers. And I hope that for those of you who've been stacking, you've been looked after on this one. And it's okay to take profits if you want to. It really is. There's nothing wrong in this day and age. Sometimes if the price goes up too quickly, it causes a lot of issues for everyone. If you do like my content, you know how to support me by now. You know that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you on the next one.